Hello again, it's Jenny, your Vintage Soul Crafter. Thanks for stopping in again. This is part 2 of my weekend Happy Halloween, Merry Christmas, Happy Merry Halloween Christmas Extravaganza haul from Goodwill, Flea Market, Antique Faire, etc. So I left off with this book right here, Going to Bed, starring Sandy the Sandman, and yeah. This book has seen better days. It says Susan here, February 1946, and it just has such lovely, fun illustrations that I could not pass it up. And I don't know if you can see this. It says, "I'm Mr. Don't," the tall one bowed, and this is Mr. Do. "We've come from very far away to bring some fun to you." I love elves, I love gnomes, all of that kind of stuff. So anytime I see these, like there are 6 books in the series, pointers for little persons, and I always want to go and look for those books because it intrigues me. So yeah, this is copyright 1945. It is a bit of a mess. The binding is pretty well shot, but these pages are just so sweet. And the illustrations, let's see, who was the illustrator of this? Hold on. Hold the phone. Sorry. I know, I make things long because I do this. Clay Toons, Sass Dorn Studio, color photographs, illustrations by Marjorie Wales. So it looks like they must have used like clay for some of these and then photograph them, and I don't know exactly how they did it. It's intriguing to me for sure, but they're so cute, and I haven't read through the story yet to see exactly what it's about, but I mean, to me it kind of has a wintry sort of feel to it, especially with the little elves and the snowman and yeah, all that kind of good stuff. So, this is, dare I say, adorable. Just adorable. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, I don't know. This may or may not be listed in my Etsy shop. We shall see, but I'll be getting things up and listed here in the next couple weeks. Got to take all the pictures and all that other good fun stuff. So this is another book I picked up. It's a Sunset Junior book, Rodeo Days. I am slowly collecting. It started because I want to make a junk journal diary for a friend of mine who actually works at a stable and was a rodeo queen. So I've been collecting horse books and so forth. This is 1960. And again, great illustrations, kind of the variety you would expect to see. I think that's actually, seems like a familiar, well-known, illustration piece of artwork. So I picked this up, like I said, from the same lady that I got the little embroidery doilies from, cross-stitch, crewel needlework embroideries from, and then also got the Sandman book from her, all from the same person. So then this is the fabric that I got at the Goodwill outlet during my bin dive. I didn't have to dive too far for it, thankfully, and this very sweet gentleman was looking. This is what I do when I know people are looking for stuff. When I was at the other outlet store, whatever day that was, this last weekend, Saturday I believe, I knew this man was looking at, when they put a bunch of new books in the book bin, he was just like, like moving all these books like frantically, like grabbing. It's like, dude, nobody's grabbing these books. He wanted textbooks with math and all of this kind of stuff in it. And so, I'm like, what are you looking for? I'll help you. And so, yeah, I found a couple of books for him and I helped him out with that. So this sweet man, he was looking in the bin next to me and he was seeing the fabric because it's just everywhere. Because you probably didn't get a really good idea in the video, but honestly, because I thought I was videotaping and I wasn't actually, but there is there's just stuff flying. It's just flying, you know, as they're going through it and grabbing things. I saw some stuff that, a couple of things that I would have loved to have had, but I just can't. I'm not gonna go like mad like that. So, and look, I mean, this obviously isn't what they were looking for, because this bin had been out for quite a while by the time I got there, and the fabric was just willy-nilly here and there, and yeah, so woohoo, scar, yay for me. And yeah, it's beautiful fabric. I think pretty much all of it is 100% cotton. A couple of the pieces are repeated in here, but for the most part, each piece that I found is unique. I think this one is the same, yeah, as this one, and it's quite a large piece in addition to this one. So I'll be going through a bunch of this will definitely be listed in my Etsy store, Etsy shop, Etsy store guide, go back and forth. You know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so I'll have to measure it and see how much of it there is and get it listed and all of that good stuff. But there's quite a lot of it here. This is the Vintage Christmas by the Vintage Workshop, Indigo Junction. And, you know, as junk journalers and scrapbookers and things like that, or even if you're a quilter, this says it's a part of a fat quarter. These, we don't need a whole, you know, we don't need bolts of fabric. So I know in my things, in my journals and stuff like that, or whatever it is that I'm making, I just like to use little bits, you know, mixed media type artwork, things like that. So this one's really cute. It has kitty cats all over it, and then it has some kind of shimmery in the gold. So, and then there's just one little piece of this. So that's the fabric. Lots of fun. There were I think 3 things primarily I was searching for and hoping to find as far as like Christmas things. One was wrapping paper, and I found it. One was fabric, I found it, and the other was golden books, and I found it. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then this, not Christmas, but this is the book that I saw, the Reader's Digest book that I saw when I first went over to the book bin, 1963. I sold one like this in my Etsy shop, and I saw this one, and it was one of my favorite books. I love the outside cover of it. It's in good shape. The binding's going to need a little bit of help, as is typical with the older Reader's Digest books. But this is a lovely one. This one is really, you know, and again, whether you use the pages or use the illustrations or not, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Volume 1, 1963 Winter Selections, and it has that really pretty. What is going on with my light went out. That's why it got dark all of a sudden. My battery is already dead. Okay then, pause. Waka waka. Okay, it's kind of funny to me that this is the winter selection book, and it has a really pretty forward page on it with this poinsettia, very lightly colored pinkish white poinsettia, that looks like this on the outside. This is more spring to me, kind of, I guess maybe fall, since it has like the cattails. But anywho, that'll be listed and out there. Then I did get, I don't need any more dictionaries, but you know, when it's a nice old one like this, and it's an actual Webster's dictionary. This is a second edition, no, Webster's New International Second Edition, Collegiate 5th edition. But point being, it's a 1936 copyright. And so when they're old like that, they have really nice illustrations and a nice patina and yellowing of the pages, and they feel good. They have a nice crinkle, no need to coffee or tea stain these. And they're a good size. They're not just, you know, ginormous humongo. So I picked that up, you know, I mean, why not? Let's see, what else do I want to share? Oh, this is another favy fave. Flavor fave. Yeah, okay, I'll stop. Better Homes and Gardens, Treasure Your Christmas Ideas. I love this. I love the groovy vibe that's going on here, and this bright pink, and oh, it's just, oh, it makes me happy. 1966, I was 1 year old. And so yeah, it's got carols in it, fun, great illustrations, and let's see, like just those fabulous old pictures with that mid-century, not quite mid-century, but you see. Oh my goodness. I've never done flocking on a tree because and look at this blue shag rug down below it. I mean, can you imagine the mess trying to clean that up? But I'm more of a tinsel and rainbow lighting, cylinder thing shining on it. My girlfriend Susan, when I was little, she lived next door in Germany in the apartment stairwell next door, and they had a silver tinsel tree, and it was the coolest thing ever. It really was. It was so shiny, and they had the wheel that did the lighting on there, and I was just like, why don't we have one of those? I'm just going to go through these because I can't remember, and I don't know how much you care. All around the city, California State, it's great to find all of the different California State textbooks and stuff, when they go out a commission with California school systems. And look at this. I mean, come on. This is about little Juanito, and this is Mrs. Kelly, and she says, at lunchtime, Mrs. Kelly said, Juanito, do you like your lunch? Juanito looked down, but he did not say anything. He was thinking, Mama makes things like in Mexico. I am an American now, and I want things in my lunch like the other boys and girls. It doesn't matter what culture you're from, what ethnicity, what country. We all want the feeling of fitting in. Every single human being, inherent in our nature and our makeup, wants to fit in. We want to be a part of things. This has dynamite illustrations. So yeah, so I went ahead again, why not, and picked this up. And I love that it has, when you put the picture in, there's probably a proper name for that, where you put the picture in, so you fill in the blank with the picture and whatever. It helps you learn to read, and I guess, I don't know, but I like it. It's fun. So all around the city, got that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. We all need and want to belong. And of course, when we moved back from Germany, it was a really, really difficult year. Mammals, if it's an animal book and it has beautiful, unique illustrations, watercolor type things, this is 1958. I'm gonna get it because I'm just obsessed. I am just a sucker for it, as I've shared before. And the moles, I love this to include with the gnomes journaling kits. Because Mr. Mole is one of the helpers of the forest for the gnomes. And skunks, they're so cute. Skunks are so cute. Too bad they're so stinky, but apparently they make really great pets. So yeah, this has got lovely illustrations. I get so excited when we get squirrels in our backyard. We have quail. Oh my gosh, we have bevies of quail in our yard, and it's so exciting to me. Anyway, when we moved back from Germany in 1975, it was a really, really difficult time for me. Here I am. I'm just, this white chick, this Caucasian girl, and I'm American. My dad fought in the Korean War and the Vietnam War. I have ancestors that go way on back to the Revolutionary War. And I mean, we were over there serving our country, but at that time, it was not a popular time for soldiers. My dad was in the Navy, but because we were fighting the Vietnam War, and that was not a popular thing. In addition to that, looking back, it had only been 30 to 40 years since World War II. And when we came back from Germany, we were made fun of. We were teased, and we were harassed and bullied even. We were called krauts just because we lived there. Here we are serving our country, a quote unquote Americans, North American citizens, and we're being called krauts. which is derogatory for Germans. And then as little kids, you just don't get it. You know, all you want to do is belong. And I went into quite a depression at that time. I don't know about my siblings, how they were. I'm sure it was difficult for them, but I was really young. I went to 3 different elementary schools. That was my 3rd grade year, and it was an adjustment. And so anyhow, but you know, you look back on it and you learn things from it, and you grow and you realize how important it is to treat other people well, and to include them and invite them in and so forth. So that's one thing as military kids, I think, that we learn through the road of hard knocks a bit. Hopefully most of us learn it, is that inclusion. I mean, they're just, yeah, I could go on and on once again, but I won't. Okay, so I got different like wrapping things here, which excites me, in different bags. I think I got this at the first outlet, but just nice little bags, and some of the colors are fun, you know, for Halloween or Christmas. And these are fairly old. I've never heard of the company before. Bemis Jason. They're a little faded, but to me that's what makes them more interesting and exciting to find. So yeah, like those, pick those up. And then these ones as well, Christmas House Bakery bags. I figured they would probably have a nice texture. They look like they're actually not glassine, but they're actually plastic. But they're Christmassy. They're not really particularly old, but you know, whatever. Still fun and unique. It's not like something that you just see. So, you know, in the purest sense, everything that I touched would be at least, let's say 20, 30, 40, 50 years or more old. But that is not the reality I live in. I want to pick up items that are unique, that have a vintage vibe, that are, you know, older, and not something that you could just go to your Target or your Walmart or your local grocery store and pick up. Like these. These are really cute. So these, you know, again, for Halloween next year, 40 treat bags. And these are from the 90s, and fun, that vibrant orange that you see in some of those, you know, older throwback, shall we say, items. This is tissue, Hallmark tissue. Again, not crazy old, but it's cute, it's fun. I can include it in my nature journaling kits and so forth, because it has little ladybugs and snails and flowers and all that good stuff. And then this as well, really pretty, fun. That's my Otis boy. So, and then this is just like a scrap, but I thought this would be fun in a cookbook type. This is whatever somebody saved. It's got the tape on it, so somebody opened their package and they really liked it. And yeah, I mean, it's got bits on it and pieces that are certainly still usable to repurpose, and that is always a good thing. As Martha Stewart would say, it's a good thing. And this is some more Hallmark gift wrap. Again, really pretty with the petals and the flowers, and nice for botanical, gardeny type junk journals. This is the same kind. This is Hallmark. I think I might have said that. And it's all pretty much made in the USA, and that makes me happy when I see that. Not that it has to be, but you know. This is great for travel junk journals. No idea. It was just loose in one of the bins, so I grabbed it. And then I grabbed that sunflower Cost Plus World Market. This is a fairly older, we shall say, you know, label. And I haven't opened it yet because, yeah, I haven't opened it yet. This is some some of the old current Susie Zoo gift wrap. I think that's adorable. Yes, adorable. I'm going to stop pointing out every time I say adorable. Are they still doing Susie Zoo? I need to look that up. I did look up current. Current still is online, so I'm happy about that. And then this was, I found, like, one of the last things I found was this Whopper Mongo wrapping paper. That is Big 3 pack. I have no idea. But it's got that kind of, you know, 80s, 90s with the, can you see that? 80s, 90s with the goose when that was kind of popular, you know, when everybody had that little country goose in their kitchen with the hat and the ribbon, the blue ribbon and what have you. And so I haven't opened this one either, but I was pretty thrilled to find this. And I think Santa, that's a good looking Santa right there. And then it has various different, you know, other stuff in there that I can't really see, but we will dive into that later. So that's that stuff. You guys, there's just so much. I don't feel like I can share. I shared some of it the other evening. I think maybe one of the last things that I will share is, oh, there was one other book that I wanted to share because it's so pretty. But this album I got, and it has all of these wonderful cards. I've kind of become, I used to just walk right by, I got this at the antique fair. I used to just walk right by these albums because, you know, that's like somebody's stuff. What do I want that for? But now I look at them and I go, oh my gosh, look at the colors. Look at those beautiful cards. Oh, they're just, the illustrations, the designs, you know, you get a whole new appreciation for, this one's lovely. I don't know if you can see this, but maybe German type glitter glass in there in the poinsettia. But yeah, this is just stuffed full with some vintage retro cards. I love this. Again, it's got that, you know, that glitter glass that's just so sparkly and shiny. And yeah, so lots of pages of various different cards, and I haven't gone through this thoroughly yet. And I don't know, I would be interested in your opinion, like with these cards, because I have a couple of albums with cards. Do I try to get the cards out? I mean, most of us, for altering, repurposing junk journal purposes, or even mixed media type things, would just use this front part, or if it's a double fold card, you know, if there's an illustration here, you could cut it and use that. Oh my gosh, this one is so pretty too, with the, looks like sweet pea. That looks like, no, it's pansies. I was gonna say that looks like a sweet pea, but it's all pansies. And so much sparkly. Do I try to remove these, or do I sell them by the page and let the new owner remove them? I don't know. I would appreciate your thoughts on that. So yeah, but just lots. Ugh, I mean, oh, and this is the cutest. Let me make sure I'm not messing anything up. It's got a little bit of a fold thing here, but that could be fixed with some glue. This Santa, I can't really get it because it's too big. Palms itching, nose a twitching, ears a buzzing too. Look at him. Is he the cutest Santa? I love this style of Santa. This is so 50s. And he's got this little plastic fly on his nose. And then here he is on the inside. That's a sign that someone's wishing Merry Christmas just for you, and Happy New Year too. Oh, you guys, so sweet. It just makes me happy. How could you look at that and not be happy? And this looks kind of like the 40s, you know, just before the 50s kind of. And then you saw yesterday that snowman that I was holding, which is in here somewhere. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna finish up because this has been a lot. And like I said, keep checking my Etsy shop. If you're my Etsy store shop, my Etsy shop, and for things, and you can email me, you can comment, you know, if you see something that you're just like, ooh, I have to have that, you know, and let's talk. So yeah, I think that's it, you guys. Happy Merry Halloween Christmas. Sorry I got all maudlin and you know, kind of weepy sad at the end yesterday evening, but it looks like there's hope where all these fires are concerned. Of course, You know, I like to believe that hope is always there somewhere. We have to look really hard for it sometimes and search within ourselves for it. But it was super smoky here this morning. And then the good news is the wind has picked up a little. There's a breeze. The bad news is the wind has picked up a little and there's a breeze. So I don't know what that means for the firefighters. My sister hasn't given me any inside scoop or news or anything. You know, she's married to a retired fire chief and stuff somewhere over there. So, and my nephew's a firefighter. So yeah, it's definitely in the family, definitely hitting close to home. But like I said, I'm feeling hopeful this afternoon. So thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your prayers. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing and having fun with me doing vintage. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.